Hi guys, it's me, Sarah. This is going to be the first of several reviews that I'll be taping today. I don't know when I'll be posting them. If I'll post them all at once, we'll see what happens. So this first product I'm going to be talking about is the Microdermabrasion Scrub by DermaE. Some of you, if you're subscribers of mine, you may have heard me talk about this brand before. This is the third product that I've tried or purchased or used of theirs. Of all three, I love them all. I hold them in high regard. I have not tried any of their products that I have not liked. Does that make sense? Yes. There are several other products that I have not tried because they're not necessarily for me, they're not for my skin type, or I don't have the problems that those are targeted towards. So let me just go through some of the the pros of this product. Just in general, this this is true for several of its products, that it's paraben-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and it's vegan. I think they started in 1984, but it's a microdermabrasion scrub that immediately improves your skin's appearance by utilizing a crystal blend system to remove dead skin cells in a safe and effective formula. It's supposed to diminish the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and acne scars, which acne scars I have. Retexturizes skin and leaves it silky smooth. Now my acne scars aren't the kind that are, I hate to use this word because I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, not a very nice word, but crater-like. I don't have those kind of acne scars. My scars are more like they're just like red marks that have been left behind, or brown marks that have been left behind. Technically, I guess my skin is still healing itself, even though the scar is, or the blemish itself has been gone for several months, if not up to a year. So I still have some that I think you can see because I didn't put any concealer on today. I wasn't really too worried about it. I will say that I do definitely think that this diminishes the appearance of my acne scars, and it definitely retexturizes your skin because I don't want to say it's coarse because it's very fine, but there's a lot of that fine granulation, so it really does slough off the dead skin. Now, in the directions it says you can either apply it to wet or dry skin. You're supposed to gently scrub desired areas of the skin in an upward motion for approximately 3 minutes, and you should use it twice a week. I use this once a week because I'm not saying it's harsh, but I find that using it once a week is fine. I can use it up to twice a week. It just depends on how I'm feeling that week, I guess. It smells kind of like lemons. It definitely smells like lemons. It looks like that. You can see. I've used this for several weeks in a row, and that's all I've used up of it. Now, this is pretty expensive. I think this is like $20 at Wegmans, because that's where that's where I always get my DermaE products. However, they do sell them at a website called iherb.com, and I'll post a link to it here. That store in particular, I know they have a coupon code, and if I can find it, I'll post that down below in the information box or up here somewhere, so you can use that for first-time users. They have several all-natural company products, ingredients for sale, so if you're a fan of like something like Nubian Heritage, they sell that. What else do they sell? I think they sell Avalon Organics too, so they have a lot of different stuff. I mean, they have several brands, and they have different kinds of stuff. It's not all for skincare, it's not all body care. They have just random great, like, not herbal, but like all natural products available on the website. So, and they have a really big selection of DermaE's skincare products. So if that's something you're really interested in, and you've gone to your local Wegmans, or you've tried looking at your local store for their products and you've not been able to find everything, then you might want to look there, because in the very least, even though their website may have everything, DermaE's website I mean, you get a coupon with iherb.com. So that's kind of cool, at least to try. Anyhow, so back to the product itself. Like I said, it smells like lemons. You don't really need a lot, and when you're supposed to rub it in like an upward motion. I tend to just go in circles, like that to me is good enough. If you go in an upward motion, that's fine too, but for me it's kind of awkward because that's not something that I'm used to doing. Anyhow, but when I'm done using this, I tend to put on like a little honey mask. So sorry things look different, but my camera ran out of memory, so I'm kind of starting this from the middle of the review. I believe I was talking about how I put on a honey mask after I use this product. So, yeah, I put on a honey mask. I've done a video about honey and why it's good for your face and why I use it. If you'd like to see that, I'll post the link to that video down below in the information box. Anyway, I'm out of breath because I just like ran up and down the stairs like 5 times. Anyhow, so this product in particular, when I say it's smoothing, or retexturizing. My skin, when I get like a blemish or something like that, I tend to have like a bump. Most people do. And when I get that bump, sometimes it'll stick around. Like, actually, I have one on my chin right now, and that was a rather large blemish. It was like the size of Mount Vesuvius. Anyhow, so when I use this, I mean, it's slowly but surely taking away that bump. I use several other products too that kind of help with that. I think the most important one, or the most effective product that I've used by far that helped, especially on my cheek area, was my Rock Multi-Correctional Night Cream. That, when I was first starting to get rid of my acne, I mean, I had a lot of problems happening. I was very stressed out, just from work, because I had switched jobs, and the job that I switched to was incredibly stressful. And actually, I went to the doctors the other day, and they said I have high blood pressure. So, yeah, comes with the territory. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to like keep that down. Anyhow, so I was incredibly stressed out, so I had hormones kind of running against me on that front. I had regular hormones, apart from the fact that I was stressed out, kind of working against me as well. I had, obviously, the evidence of having these red blemishes, and on top of that, they were bumpy. So, the multi-correctional night cream, that helped out a lot with like smoothing things out. If you have wrinkles, things like that, I honestly think that would work for that as well. I really like, I mean, it's kind of expensive for like one little tube, but a little bit goes a long way, and it is probably the most important product that I've used so far, and it's kind of a shame that I've never done a review on it before, so maybe I should do that. Anyhow, so that, I mean, also helps smooth out my skin, definitely, but this, I've noticed, especially like on my forehead, I don't have any wrinkles or anything like that on my forehead, but I've noticed that when I use a new product, I can tell it's working or doing a good job if I look at my forehead. I feel like it's the most evident part of my face. I mean, there are lots of parts that are pretty, like, apparent or most noticeable, but I have a pretty large forehead, so it's a lot of surface space for it to work with. And on top of that, like, it's just really, I mean, it's out there. I don't have bangs or anything like that covering it up. So when something new I'm using is making my forehead look good, I know that the rest of my skin is either going to get there, or the product is doing a really good job and is slowly but surely trying to fix the rest of my skin as well. So yeah, when I first started using this product, the first time I used it, I wasn't totally impressed with it. Mind you, I'd only used it once. I didn't really know what to do with it. I hadn't used the honey mask after, so, I mean, it worked okay, but I ended up getting the zit afterwards, but like I said, I was really stressed out. Well, actually, I was not crazy stressed out at the time, but, you know, sometimes your skin goes through ups and downs, and I had been using another product, I think, and I can't remember what it was, but that's, needless to say, gone. And then, yeah, the next week I used it again, and I realized my forehead looked really good, and again, I used the honey mask. That time I used the honey mask afterwards, and I realized, okay, the two of them together work really well with each other. And I noticed that, like, especially like kind of like around here, I have kind of large pores, especially on my nose, and even a little bit right here. I don't even know what this part of your face is called. I guess it's kind of like part of the bridge of your nose almost, or coming off the bridge, your under eye area. Anyway, so I've noticed that I have like kind of large-ish or like noticeable pores in that area as well. So when I started using this product, especially that second time, my pores looked a lot smaller, or not smaller, but I guess they looked cleaner or not as noticeable. So I was thinking to myself, well, this is really great. This is kind of a phenomenal product if it's making my pores look smaller. So, for that reason, again, I really, really loved it. And then for the next few days after I'd used this product, my skin had looked more clear. It looked a little bit, not brighter, but it definitely looked healthier. It didn't look quite so dull. And a year ago, before my skin started getting, like, really bad and just, like, I had a lot of acne, I noticed that my skin was getting dull, and I don't know if that was due to diet or stress or what the deal was, but my hair was getting dull as well, too. So I started noticing kind of a change in my body already, and then the acne came. So I don't really know, maybe I was just depressed. I don't really know what the deal was, but now I've kind of got like that luminousness to my skin again. I've kind of got more of like a brightness, a healthy glow to my skin now. I haven't had that in about a year, so that was kind of nice to get back, and I think that this had a lot to do with it. Now, I've had other several products that I've been using that I think work well together, and I'll also be reviewing those in the upcoming reviews. But yeah, I highly recommend this. I definitely think that it's worth a shot to try if you're somebody looking for something that's like a once a week kind of, not a mask, but some type of once a week treatment. Now, I'm not a big fan of masks. I don't think I've ever used a mask that ever completely got rid of my, you know, problem areas or problem skin problems. Does that make sense? I've never used a mask that actually addressed any of those issues. So I'm not saying that they don't work, I just don't think that they work for me. The only one that I really do like is the honey mask, but again, that's not really a mask, that's just something I put on my face, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are like, okay, big deal, so what? But anyhow, again, yeah, I don't really put a lot of stock into masks, but yeah, I think it's great to use something that's exfoliating like this once a week, or maybe even once every 2 weeks if you have really sensitive skin. Now, if you do have really sensitive skin, this may be a little bit harsh. It says to you to sort of like gently rub for up to 3 minutes. You don't even have to do that. I don't think. Like, I don't even think that I do it up to 3 minutes. Not because it's harsh or crazy harsh. I don't know, like I get bored like just sitting there swirling my face in circles for 3 minutes. So like you can use it for maybe up to a minute and then just kind of let it sit for another minute and then wash it off. Like, I just don't see why there would be a problem with that. I've used this dry. I think it's a little more harsh if it's dry. If you have sensitive skin, you may want to use it wet instead. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Again, I don't know if I mentioned the price, but it's about $20. But you get, I don't want to say a lot of products, but you really don't have to use a whole lot. I hope you can tell. Yeah, you really don't have to use a whole lot. A little bit goes a long way. You just kind of, yeah, I mean, I don't, how much should I show you? I guess, I think that would be enough for like almost half your face. I know that sounds really crazy, but it really like that's kind of a lot. And I mean, this stuff, I don't want to say it gets everywhere, but because it's so fine, I don't know if you can see. Can you see like the little fine granules? I don't know, it kind of really does get everywhere. And I guess it is kind of sparkly. It does kind of sparkle in the light, so I guess that crystal stuff is for real. Anyway, but this is definitely something that I would repurchase. If you like the smell of lemons, you'll probably end up liking this. I know, it does smell really, really good. And actually, the smell doesn't really linger on your face, so once you wash it off, it's not like you're going to smell like a lemon when you go to bed. Anyhow, so yeah, that's my take on this. If I had to give this a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being the best and 0 being the worst, or 1 being the worst, excuse me, I would give this a 9.5, simply because like the first time it didn't wow me. It did take me a little bit to get into it, and it is kind of expensive. I mean, I don't really mind paying that much because I know it works and it is going to last a long time, but for those of you out there who aren't willing to shell out the cash, I can see that being a big con for you all. But yeah, I really do highly recommend it. I do think that it works. I don't think that this in any way can replace your cleanser. Obviously, you don't want to use this every day or twice a day or anything like that. You want to use it once a week or twice a week. But I think it's a really good supplement to your skincare routine. If you're having a hard time finding a mask or something like that works for you, I highly, highly recommend this. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Bye.